All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are ready to go. Game number 2, Animal Planet versus OpTic, and this is a similar. Let me paint you a picture about yesterday. Complexity, the lead runner of top 1 in NA, and they just go ham. Animal Planet is nothing to them. They destroy him game 1 so hard, just like OpTic did. But did Animal Planet, did Kid Track let his soldiers down? No. He kept the fight going, and then they're beating Complexity 2-1. Is there a chance Animal Planet does that again to OpTic today? Well, we're about to find out. Joining me, my man Capless. What up?
Damn, I am goddamn inspired by you right now, Grant. I feel like I can do anything I set my mind to after that.
Let's kick Ritsu out and have you play for him, because we need some
Hell
inspired
yeah.
soldiers out there.
Oh wait, that's a carry roll. No, not me.
You're out. No, but still, we do see a PPD versus Kit Track. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Kit Track versus PPD, a lot of Kit Track versus Swindle, or Kyle, pardon me. It seems once there's a captain in NA that people play with, they stick around for a long time, because there's not that many captains in NA, right? I mean, when they come around and they make friends, they're going to be there for a while. It seems like the only one we're really missing is, like you said, Fluff and stuff seems to have mostly fallen off. He was playing some open qualifiers the other day, though, so maybe we'll see the return.
I think it takes a lot to really be able to captain a team. It takes a certain amount of like removing your ego and putting yourself out there to be criticized quite a lot. Because at the end of the day, everything that goes through the game, or at least most what happens in the game, falls on your shoulders. Like, even if somebody has an underperformance, they can sometimes say, like, oh, the matchup was bad, we should have picked this hero instead, or something like that. So you have to be willing to accept, like, a lot of criticism, a lot of responsibility. And I feel like there's not a whole lot of NA players who are willing to do that. So that being said, I will give a shout out to Moonmeander. I really did appreciate the fact that he attempted to go into that captain role, even if it didn't go so well by all reports. It just was not right for Moonmeander himself. But I do appreciate the fact that he attempted to take in that role, and hopefully he learned a lot as a player.
Yeah, seems so. I mean, you beat Complexity 2-1. I mean, Moonmeander is just one of those guys. I mean, I'll say I used to hate the guy. In Han, that was in Han. In Dota 2, we've actually become pretty good friends. Last year we hung out a bit, but seeing just people grow in general, like that. See, now the people who are watching right now, they get to watch Kid Track grow. They don't realize they might get to see the start of the next great thing. Bryle as well, just grow in front of them. People should take that in and like that.
33 as well.
33
right?
as well. He's been around for a bit though. I get not as much in the NA scene at least. I mean, in Europe he was around, but I guess a lot of people don't know him in NA.
I mean, I would say even Europeans, like if you're only following like the tier 1 scene, right, you wouldn't really know 33 real well.
Yeah, that's true.
Undying, huh?
Yeah, Undying, and we've seen, I don't know, Animal Planet loves. I guess a lot of teams still love this hero, but to me, I'll always just know him as the lane winner, game loser. That's just how I view him.
10 seconds remaining.
I've seen him win though, so we'll see. Witch Doctor Clockwork scooped up by OpTic. Is there a chance Animal Planet bans the Shadow Fiend, or they get to possibly let CCNC have it with the Clockwork? Intrigued. They have to know it's more than likely going to get picked. But maybe OpTic wants them to ban Shadow Fiend so they get a different hero. It's all the mind games, Cap. You know that.
I mean, you've already got Clockwork on the side of OpTic. I really like their choice of the Witch Doctor, though. Feels like one of the 5 positions alongside Shadow Shaman, maybe Shadow Demon, are like some of the feel-good 5s, where you can actually get farm, and you feel like you're pretty effective against some of the opposing heroes. Witch Doctor, obviously, really good against this sort of tank meta, where we're seeing, for the most part, like really tanky offlaners, and even a lot of strength heroes coming into 4. Tiny especially, you've got Chaos Knight, who's being run quite a lot, and even the agility heroes are being run with a lot of stats to make them tanky. So Maledict has a lot of value in most of these games.
And instead of Shadow Fiend, the Razor, I mean, Razor just good versus Tiny, good versus Undying. You just run at them, run at any lanes, and you kind of nullify how good they are in lane because of that.
Yeah. Oh, side note, Witch Doctor is especially good against Undying, right? Because not just the Maledicts, but you can actually go for early level of your heal, and it's made more effective because of the fact that he's decaying you. So in those kind of standoffs where you're getting decayed over and over again, like at least you can have some like really fast regen out of that.
Yep. So you're a percentage-based gamer. I can respect that. Me as well. It's all about.
I know you love your efficiency.
Oh,
right?
I love it. I just
even if the math is wrong.
Even at the mat, yeah, but I think you're pretty on point right here. And now Rubik gets picked up, so Rubik Undying. I'll be honest, I haven't really seen. I know Kitrek plays Rubik, but neither of these two are really his style of hero. But we'll see. Now on the other side, OpTic. Do you just possibly take the Shadow Fiend? They have plenty of time to think about it. What else? What's good versus Tiny Undying in, say, the middle game?
I think you want some pretty self-sufficient cores right now. If I'm OpTic Gaming, Razor got banned. I was Jug, Razor, like both very self-sufficient heroes. If I don't know if OpTic really runs it. I mean, Pike definitely plays it, but like the Lone Druid, I saw Animal Planet running that in game 2, I think it was, and it seemed pretty good. I think Lone Druid might make a bit of a comeback in this patch. What else? Lycan is not banned, so that's another relatively self-sufficient hero because Hal is such effective HP.
DK's still in it. I'm actually surprised we didn't see it.
Yeah.
I think DK got second phase ban last game actually, but yeah, I know Arteezy just talks about Arteezy. I know he's joking about it in pubs, but it's almost real because if you see him draft, he just says, "Pick me a hero that gets built-in regen or something. That's all I want to play." The laning phase is such a shit show now. Give me DK, give me Lycan, give me a Nyx for all I care. Just give me regen, I'm fine. That does seem that the laning phase is like, you just regen. That's all it's about. And that's a
Ice Frog.
Well, sorry, go on.
Those HP, the HP regen part of being a strength hero just seemed so bad for so long. And now not only is the HP regen been buffed a ton, but now you get that status resistance on top of that. It's a good time to be a strength hero, that's for sure.
And this is definitely I did not see
Except
this coming.
Centaur.
Except, yeah, he's just going. I didn't see this coming though. So they're already gonna show that Clockwork's gonna be their off laner, and there's gonna pick up the bounty hunter right there. And I know Peter really likes that hero, but I did not see that coming.
No effective 4-position matchup against the bounty hunter. I think you're always happy to play bounty if you're just not threatened by Clockwork, by Tusk, by any of those gap closing 4-position heroes that kill you over and over again. Yeah. But the bounty hunter is like particularly bad at being able to win you team fights outright. So part of the problem is that OpTic Gaming bounty hunter looks really bad against the team fight already of Animal Planet, and now you're going to have Abaddon, who is another big team fight hero, and is going to be very effective against the bounty as well, being able to remove track.
We do see NA. They'll always have a love for Abaddon. Probably the only region who, no matter when he got nerfed, that people still picked him. I don't know if that's the IX Mike effect or what it is, but they go with the Terrorblade. I would say one of the least self-sufficient heroes ever, Cap.
Maybe they're gonna give him a really good treatment, like Bounty Hunter secures it. Yeah. But I presume it's gonna be Abaddon Undying. Like I think you definitely run some sort of aggro situation.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this Terrorblade pick definitely get bursted down by Tiny in the early to mid game as well. And the biggest thing, Terrorblade has a lot of armor but low HP. If this Undying gets 2 or 3 decays, he's at what, like 280 HP at level 1 or 2? He's gonna be so
not a whole lot.
Yeah.
And I don't think most of the time you see Terrorblade, it's either because the pushing timing of the Terrorblade is going to be really effective, and you know you're going to not be pressured too early. And then usually the other one is that Reflection is really strong against the enemy carry. But here, Animal Planet have a Tiny and Abaddon so far, so the Reflection isn't particularly effective against either one of those. So I'm not too set on OpTic's lineup yet, but that's happened a lot. With OpTic's lineup, I feel more often than not that their last pick really saves their draft.
Yep. And even after that, just how they play the lanes is just a lot different than a lot of the NA teams. Like Complexity, you can usually call what they're going to do and win with Chessie and Limp, but OpTic just throws stuff at you and you don't know what the hell's going on. It's a DP. A good middle hero who would help push down towers, secure farm for Terrorblade early and get him buffed up. Do you like DP as a hero just in general? Do you think she's in a good spot right now?
Death Prophet was one of the... Oh, okay. I thought you were saying conceptually don't like the hero.
Yeah.
Do I like the hero right now?
I was going to say conceptually, yeah.
Conceptually, I mean, Death Prophet was one of the few mids that I ever played.
Yeah.
Like I am not a mid player, but back in Dota 1, like Death Prophet was kind of my mid hero.
Just carry and swarm, you're good.
Teams. Yeah, you just spam carry and swarm, and you just have to know like spacing, right? Like you have to make sure you're not too far forward, but also not too far back. Make your ultimate still be effective.
It's funny.
It did feel like the right kind of hero for the team because they need a kind of self-sustained mid hero that you can't overly pressure against Undying.
There we go.
Undying, sure. Or sorry, Dragonite, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I like DP because, I mean, Terrorblade, you think of him, he's going to take all your towers, but he needs time to farm them. DP does a good job of helping him do that. Like, she can push towers at level 6 or 7 if she wants, make space for him. But now they have a Dragon Knight. God, it feels, I'm not saying it's boring. I mean, OpTic Gaming, if you just look at it, it kind of looks a little boring, but I like how it came together. You're there, you're probably going to do a lot of 4-man fighting while Terrorblade farms. You're going to push towers. If they get a few track kills, they're just going to spiral out of control. AP still has 1 pick, though.
So I think most of the time it's either Tinker, OD, or possibly like Storm are usually the mid heroes against these Terrorblade lineups. The interesting part for me was the choice of banning Tinker, because I think the last game where I saw this sort of exact setup where one team's got Terrorblade and the other team has that last ban, they banned the OD, and the Tinker was the last pick instead. So I'm not sure what the thought process is in these teams and when in deciding which hero they leave out there.
I know they're probably not thinking it, but it feels like Tinker's a bigger playmaking hero than OD, and on this AP, when Ritsu's going to be your playmaker on a Tiny, by taking out Tinker, it feels like they're just gonna have to stay in their lanes, honestly, on Animal Planet until Ritsu gets like a blink or something. Because you have like no kill potential really, unless you commit Rubik and Undying, right?
Yeah, maybe OpTic from that game that we were just talking about, right, where they had Clockwork and Batrider, I think, or something like that against the Tinker, right? Like maybe their experience with it and the way they played it, because I think the way they played it was very important. First of all, the Boots of Travel came up at a decent timing. That by itself is great, but the way they played it was that CCNC was always TPing to a lane, whereas team was already 4-manning. So he was pretty much very well protected in every bit of split push they did, and they would bully down towers. As a result, the rest of the team got a little bit under farmed, but CCNC kept up his farm because he was getting all the lane creeps, and they were taking towers on top of that. So it just kind of boosted the Tinker really fast. And if they ever got into an engagement, most of the time they would win because the Tinker was preemptively set up. So maybe because the OpTic, they played that way, they felt like even though they do have heroes to catch out the Tinker, they do have Bounty Hunter, they do have Clockwork, they feel like with the lineup it would still be too strong if you played it correctly.
Makes sense. And we do see I know Peter, when Soxa was on the team, they were actually having Peter play the Bounty Hunter, and he picked it, I guess, just for the set, and they swap it over though. So Peter's back on his Witch Dog. I still hate that. That's still my least favorite set in the whole game. It just looks too much like TA to me, the Witch Doctor one. Is it just me? I don't know. Like, just the facial picture at the bottom.
He's got a mask, yeah.
But it even looks like, look at the hair. Like, it actually looks so much like TA to me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
But he's carrying a gigantic staff.
No, but I'm saying only that picture. Only that picture at the bottom, below his name. Okay. Like his portrait. His portrait looks exactly like TA to me.
Surely, Grant, there's a bigger problem with, like, Dragon Knights looking like Svens and stuff like that.
No, the big problem is Dragon Knight with the blue looking like he has double damage.
You're more concerned about the profile picture than an in-game look.
Well, hell yeah, I am. Look at this. If I click on the hero, how do I know PPD's not playing TA? Like, I just don't, except for the name above it. I just don't. But we do see CCNC. Oh, I love that. The Lich King set.
Yeah. That looks dope.
Anime was a mistake. Well, I can't disagree with that. But, so... Oh, and they get the counter ward top already. That's nice. Moonman will get a little bit of gold. What does Kitrek need to do? If we're just zoning in on one player, he's an Undying. He doesn't have oh my god. Oh, Peter. What's the countdown here for Peter saying something? Nothing yet. There it is.
There it is. We knew it. I know Peter. I know Peter's keeping track of how many pauses, how long the pauses go. Like, I'm sure he's like timing the pauses as we go in. Like, he really wants to rule book Animal Planet if possible.
But what I just don't get, like, what was that pause for? Like, it clearly wasn't hotkeys, because Ritsu always takes way longer than that. Like, that had to just be to annoy Peter. Legitimately. Like, I know most of my timings. Ritsu's usually a 30 to 35 second hotkey changer. Limp's like a 20. That was just nothing. Literally, it was 10 seconds. I don't know.
What hotkeys
I don't know.
do players usually need changed?
Depends on the hero. I guess it's always middle players, so it has to be something like, I know for Puck, a lot of people change their orb buttons, the go to orb button.
Okay.
But besides that, I honestly have no clue. And look at this, 33 already, doing so much to Brile. More than half his HP. Already used a shared tango. It's gonna be nice. They secure OpTic that. But top lane, Dirge, Abaddon.
Yeah, so you're asking what does Kitrak do in this game? Well, he pretty much does what 33 is doing, right?
Yeah.
They both have a core that they're gonna annoy to all hell and secure a lane for somebody.
You see that? Look at Pycat's HP, 340 maximum HP with 2 decays on him. We see Maldic get popped out. I love the level 1 Maldic. It actually gives you a little bit of harass potential more than just the cask.
Yeah, for sure. I think more oftentimes than not, paralyzing cast level 1 ends up being a mistake.
Oh, bottom lane. He's going to try to solo kill Aoi instead of running. And Aoi is going to get pushed back. It's all about how many procs he gets. He's going to get the procs, and he's going to get the kill. Can Ritsu even kill him? I don't think he can. He can mango, but it still won't be enough for a stun until now. What a first blood. Top lane. Moonmeander is in there behind their tower. Now, double decay's going to come out again. Kitrak playing a little bit afraid. They're just going to harass Moonmeander. Peter gets the extra hit in.
So they're kind of doing the right thing and everything, but Pycat prepared himself for this lane really well. He got double tangos and a healing cell. So he is actually still going to have all of his regen. I think Moonmeander might be the one to run out if they keep power diving like this.
Oh, and now Kitrak should just be dead. Oh, and that's... Oh, no, TP. I did not. I forgot. Everyone gets free TP cap. I don't know if you read the patch notes, but it's pretty good.
It's very astute analysis of you, Grant.
Well, you're supposed to do the analysis. But thank you. Now he does just TP out, saves him a kill, but now he has to walk all the way. Sometimes it just feels so bad. You just TP back, you're like, all right, I lived, and now Moonmeander is just forced to go one-on-one against a Metamorphosis. Still doing a good job, though. He's
look at these body blocks mid. Oh, no. The Dragonite doesn't have stuns, so they weren't really going to be able to do enough to kill him, but 33... That was like an extra 200, 300 damage he got, I think, because of the body blocks from his illusions.
Now health potion, Kitrak's here, heals him up a little bit. And you know Brile's like, this is just awful. What is happening to me middle? He is 7-2 versus 16-5. 33 hasn't actually left middle once yet. And he's gonna run on, oh, no, he's gonna tank the tower 2 hits, and he's actually just running at Brile.
And Moonmeander's gonna run out of steam. So, like, Brile definitely feels a lot more threatened than I think Pycat does.
Well, Ritsu gets a kill on Zai. When you said Moonmeander, I thought there was going to be a kill top, and then Zai just died. Come on, Graham. Focus!
That's my bad. I threw out.
No, that's not your bad. That's Pat Muckle's bad. He's actually doing this for me. Got Kitrak. Uh-oh. I think Reflection's one of the most underrated skills in the game still. We see PBD's in a lot of trouble. Did get soul repped, and look who's main rotation. 33, the first time he leaves middle. Will he be able to get anything done, though? His Ghost Walk's going to end before he can hit anyone unless he just pops right away, which he will. And
it's good timing. Like, he started rotating up as soon as they were both kind of half HP. Unfortunately, Kitrak still had plenty of regen, so he healing south that Moonmeander. But the timing was still right for 33 to finally leave that lane and head up to top.
Well, maybe you can explain, because even I still won't after we watch top here. And there we go, Maldic popped down a Moonmeander. The shield will break, destroys him. And now look who's here, though. 33 gets the Janata Orb of Venom hit. They're going to try to bring him down. Should. Peter gets the kill. Kitrak goes for one as well. He has no boots, and here's Peter. It's 310 versus 305. He has a decay. He has to juke it. I don't think he will. Maybe he will. Oh, he does juke it. And now 33 is going to find it. Does he have enough mana? He does. Shuriken. Oh, my God. And now they block Aoi out. Not only that, they both stood in the way. They couldn't get Peter. Oh, my goodness. Is OpTic the truth? Yes. Holy
the truth for this series,
that was just the individual plays they've been making. Zai, Peter, just the whole team on OpTic right there. How does no one end up dying there?
That's pretty sick. Mid lane, you've got 30 and 6 CS right now. for CCNC compared to 19 and 3. So you could see that 33 definitely put in enough work to really make this lane favorable for the Dragon Knight.
Announced. Oh, new Soul Ring plus middle Dragon Knight. That has to be like whoever actually loved. Who was it? Super. That guy's like, man,
Yeah.
DK's even better. I heard something. I heard rumors. These are going around on S gamers and stuff that OP might be replacing Super on team. They're all rumors
really?
and they're on Chinese forums, but I don't know. When I read foreign websites and like stuff that I usually get some info from, I take them pretty seriously. So we'll see if that actually happens. That'll be interesting. That'd be a big change.
That would be a very big change. Super. I don't know. If he's not going to be successful in this patch, I'm not sure if he'll ever be successful enough.
Yeah. Moonmanter's still getting a lot of farm. That's the good thing about Abaddon, though. Like, you die quite a few. I mean, that's why Ike's Mike made the hero even look good. That's one of the few heroes you just run at people, and if you die, whatever, you TP back. And, I mean, he's still very leveled. Zai even more so, I should say. But middle lane, they're going to go on, and there's the hookshot. Zai just hit 6. He's going to trap him in. Brow's going to put him under. The battery assault still goes, and the cogs push him out, and he's just dead. Perfect rotation from Zai. Look at this. Not even going to really miss his one creep bottom, maybe. Middle, another stun. Owie just tanks some damage. CCNC attack the tower. There you go, buddy. That's the value.
Yeah, players have been really getting the value out of Dragon Knights. I've been watching so many of them. They tank 2 tower shots in order to get the poison on it because the mid tower is so important to take.
Yeah,
I think like a couple patches back, maybe like when the mid tower wasn't important, these players wouldn't be willing to make that efficiency trade. But
and it helps he has Dragon Blood still. Well, they're gonna go in middle. Level 5 versus level 6. No man on CCNC, but just that bonus 6 armor. He has 12 armor. What can you really do? They're gonna try to do something, and here we go. Well, that's what you do. You rotate in your core position. It's Ritsu. He's gonna get a throwback stun. He's gonna toss him back. My man's still tanky, but Bryle luckily doesn't miss any uphills, and Ritsu will pick up the kill. That's one way to deal with them. And it's not like you're giving up too much for that, right? Zai's farming, and I mean, a farm clockwork is scary, but I don't know. He actually is getting a lot. Holy smokes.
he's trying to get an early earn.
He went for the level 2 in Rocket instead of level 3 battery assault. Is there like any, as a clockwork player, you play a lot of clockwork, like, what's his reasoning for that? Or what would your reasoning be, I should say?
My reasoning's usually, I think, level 2 rocket players enough to kill the range creep if it's hit twice by a tower. Otherwise, level 1 rocket flare, you have to combine it with a right click. So it's like almost like your pre-setup, but level 2 actually kills it. That's the only thing that I know of.
And that makes sense. I mean, he did skill that when he right when he TP'd back bottom, so honestly, could be the reason. Thanks, Cat. That's actually very good knowledge, you know?
Hey, my clockwork spamming finally comes into play.
Thank God. The only thing that came out of me when I played NEL and just spammed clockwork was maxing cogs and realizing I wasted 2 years of my life.
You were telling me that was the truth.
It was, I mean,
you were telling me first, you were so adamant about it. Greg, because he's like, Cap, maxing out cogs, that is the play on clockwork. I'm like, really?
That's the truth. To be fair, whoa, bottom lane, we do see the kill middle lane. We're going to rotate right on over, and Bryle is in trouble again. And now Kitrek might just die here too. It is only level 3 battery assault, so the damage is a little bit low. He's just going to have to run away. Owie's going to come uphill. Oh, see it. Okay, if that was max cogs, Owie would be completely out of mana. I still respect that. But I think overall, you just lose solo kills. It's only good if you're willing to team fight at 10 minutes in the entire game. And then, I mean, do you know how long they last? 8 seconds, 200 damage, and mana gone. Versus, I mean, it's good, but I figured out it's not the truth.
And you no longer get that. I mean, when you were talking about it, you also had the third attack.
Yeah.
The level 4, it took a third attack to be able to get out.
Exactly. That was actually,
so
I mean,
there was even more value back then.
That's actually a really big deal, too. That one extra attack. I mean, it's just like the Rost Awards now, right? That one extra attack is so huge. Well, Moonmanter's going to get rotated on. Guess who's here? The playmaker himself, Zai, rotates up, and he's going to get fully healed. They're just going to hit him, whatever. They're just going to try to bring him down. Sunder comes out, does a little bit. Now Raindrop's tanking up a lot of these charges, gets a shield up. The battery assault will be enough, and that's his earn. Gets some more earn charges. He has 1,400 life at 9 minutes in on a clockwork. That's nice.
I think that Sunder play was kind of cool because I think he also did it right before the Maledict went off.
Yep.
because Maledict reacts to not the damage taken, but the difference between your HP when you place the Maledict and when the tick happens. So it actually ends up adding up quite a bit, right? So that second tick does more damage, which means the third tick does even more.
Oh, do it 33, hit his clarity off. He's still nervous he could get solo killed. And now, gets the extra attack, cancels clarity. CCNC with, oh my goodness, and Zai. If Ritsu survives here, he won't. So that's a move point, but there we go. Gets a toss out, CCNC will walk in, stun. Flame Breath won't steal it, Zai gets it. And man, Zai's having a great game right now. Third in net worth, just gets a killing spree. He's just owning, and he's done everything. Every gank he's done has achieved something. He hasn't had one failed one yet. That's important as an offlaner.
I like how Pycat gives up his lane, especially because first of all, he doesn't have Metamorphosis, and also the Abaddon is reaching one of those really big peaks where you've got your ultimate, you've got maxed out shield. So if he doesn't have Metamorphosis, he can't stay in that lane.
They do rotate bottom, but now you are going versus Tiny. He's going to stun, thwack you a few times. We do already have 33 as well as Zai still down here. And he's going to go Phase Boots on Clockwork. I mean, I think that's pretty common, but at 12 man, he got the Urn and Soul Ring first. He's going to do a lot of damage. Top lane now, we see the problem. Yeah. Just like you said, that could have very well have just been the Terrorblade if he stayed up there. And they get the top tower because of that. So Moonmeander, creating a little space himself a little different ways, but now Hookshot comes in. He's going to trap, he's going to try to get Braille. Yep, there he goes. Can he put himself under? He's just going to try to attack first. Puts himself under to buy a little bit of time. Zai taking a lot of damage. Somehow Owie's still alive. Orbit Venom isn't enough. Does get the kill. The Poison Tech will be there. That's a track. Oh boy. That's gold. That's just straight up gold.
Moonmeander didn't have a TP for that fight. That was the problem with that engagement. I don't know if he just TP'd up to lane after he died. I can only presume so, but that engagement looks much different if his offlaner is able to be there after he comes back from astraling himself.
Down bottom lane.
Dude, look at these plays from Ritsu. He's trying to dodge the projectile by going invis at the last second.
And Pycat almost goes down, and he does. Well, he has track on him now. We're going to see a Tombstone placed down. One zombie will continue to chase CCNC. Still, that dies. And, well, Tombstone's down. Ritsu has no HP. He does have a bottle, but they have track on him. They know if he's going to do anything, and look at this. They are just surrounding him. Meanwhile, middle lane gets pushed in by Bryle. Bryle, he just still feels underfarmed, underleveled. The thing is, too, you don't want to have a bad start on OD because your weakest point in the game is whenever he gets BKBs, right? Like the DK gets a BKB, you actually just don't do anything to him. But middle lane, they're going to go on him again, and oh my. I mean, he's just dead to Maledict. Track even comes off a little bit. Ritsu's here. They're going to wait for another track. He can get it. There it is. But the shield will take it off. Now they're going to right-click 33 down. Kittrack has one sentry, I believe. There it is. They throw the tree. See ya.
And they're out.
They are. Oh, Ritsu goes for it. I don't even think that would have killed him. 158, 240. Yeah, it would have. Barely. But
this is what kind of happens as an offlaner when your first rotation isn't on point. It was just like in that game 1 with the Clockwork, right? His rotation was just a little late. You just end up starting. You lose like the feel for the game. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but some of these timings can be like really important. And if you miss the first one, then sometimes that means you're like 10 seconds late to the next one, and so on and so forth.
Oh, there we go. They're going to try to find 33 after they get the tower. They do. So that, I mean, they get a tower and a kill for Ritsu. That's very important. He has a Shadow Blade. Obviously, versus Track, not the best, but I mean, he just wants to initiate with the Shadow Blade and farm. Not really going to use it crazily.
So this is classic, right? It's like once you miss that timing and you're like not there for the team fights you need to, you start overcompensating. Like every offlaner, every kind of like supporting sort of utility player like knows that feeling where you start overcompensating. And now like Moonmeander's just wandering around trying to help his team as much as possible. Like he's trying to be there for the engagements that he wasn't there previously.
Level 3 curse. They're just going to try to bring down this tower with that. Does get glyphed up. The creep's slowly dying. They're doing a little bit of damage. We see Pycat even roaming on over. Pycat's still under-farmed, which is a big thing on top lane. They're going to go for him. Ritsu's going to find him. They get a double. Oh my goodness. Ritsu with the perfect play, and that's 2 kills into a tower. Unless from a deny. Nope, they're going to run back. Oh, he doesn't get it. Oh, maybe he wanted to give it to Bryle. Oh, that's nice. That's going to be his whole 4-step, I think.
Man, that just changed the game right there.
And
Ritsu coming up and getting that double kill. Oof.
And you talk about showing your blink daggers on what, like Tide Hunters, any of that. That was Ritsu's showing of a Shadow Blade and nets you a double kill and a tower for your mid player who's behind. It's big. And just like that, I mean, Zai, I mean, that's the problem too. Zaid made a lot of nice rotations. He got a lot of gold and he got farmed, but you're down a K now, and a lot of that farm's actually on your Clockwork, who's slowly started tumbling down.
So, at this point, I think if you're OpTic Gaming, you have both of your big pushing ultimates up. So you want to be able to, like, classically, I think you try and push bottom, and then you wrap into mid, if possible. If you can get any kind of catch, you transition that into mid tower, because the mid tower is so important. And failing that, if, like, Animal Planet just fully dodge, then you just get 2 towers.
And this is going to be, are they going to, do they just let him die, let the tower die?
Yeah, let him
he's
die.
juking. I can't believe he's still going. We'll get stunned, and he just gets brought down. Looks like top lane, like you said, Ritsu has the right idea, pushes time. Tiny pushes quick, even this early in the game, but this tier 1 will go down. Aoi goes down. We're going to see a fight actually come over. Moon meanders over here. Zai's going to try to chase him down. We do see a track. He can just shield it off, though. He doesn't want, I don't think he wants to stop to get cogged, but he will just shield. Track goes. They lose a little bit of move speed. They're going to try to. Still has his ultimate. Oh, don't tell me the Urn's going to proc it. No, gets the shield. Dude, I'm sure Radiant's super fine with that. They just traded a tier 2 for a tier 1 ant. I mean, not only that, you traded for a Metamorphosis. That cooldown is
Metamorphosis and Dragonite ult. Yep. It's the glyph. They really bought them a lot of time.
Oh, CCNC gets a stun up. They already have the Tombstone down. That's just going to scare him away. We're just going to see CCNC use a drum charge to run out of there. Middle. Oh! They
knew.
They scanned, right? Yeah, Radiant scanned. But they still lose. Oh, that's rough. 33, making some plays.
I don't know if, like, AUI thought that the courier wouldn't die in one hit. That happens on lower level bounty hunters, like level 4, level 5. Like, I don't think you have the power to be able to take down.
At level 4 you can. With level 2 Shadow Walk, I remember I talked to someone. With level 2 Shadow
Walk.
Oh,
okay, yeah.
I believe you two-shot it, actually. But...
Do most bounty hunters get level 2 Shadow Walk?
No, I think they just get it for the chain kill. Because it was when I was casting, I believe, the PGL tournament, and someone did it, and I was asking, and I think Trent told me. I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
Damn, maybe I should start doing that.
I mean, it's only for
I just
a
always go
kill,
Shuriken, right? Because it just feels so good to have a big move.
You want to kill people. You don't want to kill... I mean, killing chickens is cool. But killing heroes, that's cooler. It's like when you're in Element, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to... Yeah. Well, I mean, it wasn't a bad story. But top lane, Kid Trek, 33. I mean, neither one of these is going to kill each other, but we'll see what happens. Damn, he's level 9 on bounty. Maybe. He's going to hit. I mean...
Wow.
He already used a K. He just... I mean, level 1... I mean, he was going to die either way, but he could at least tried to solar it, but that's... It's not like the track... I mean, it's a track kill, but it's for one person. Still, that's a lot of gold. He's going to have a solar crest in about 30 seconds. Ritsu has vision on Zai, gets a stun. Can't quite get the toss too far away. Now they're going to trap him in. We have 4-step. We do from the OD. I don't think he wants the 4-step tiny because he has to use it to himself. They're just going to try to right-click down Zai. Brow going at each other. Doesn't get his ulti out. Now Ritsu trying to square up on him. Can't. Zai, will he die to the urn? Doesn't look like it. He's alive, and now Aui's in a lot of trouble. Oh, Pops it us to slow him down. He's just going to right-click him. Doesn't have the Janata up yet, but now they're chasing Moon, who already used his ultimate. Maldic's on him. Do we have a stun from CCNC? Should be the kill. We see the Rocket Flare now. Hits Aoi. Track comes out, and just like that, OpTic, they really turn it around.
Damn, that was such a weird way to start that engagement. Like, by going on Zai, first of all, like a hero that you can't really kill. Like, he's not even close to it. He wasn't even close to death off of any combination from the Tiny. And then on top of that, like, your OD had to get close enough to be the saving hero. And, like, you need your Bat on the front lines in those engagements. You don't want your OD too close, and I don't think you necessarily want to open up on a clock either. So, it's like, it's a combination of bad plays, I think, from Animal Planet.
I'm really surprised they just forced it. Like, they could have just backed off right there. No one would have died. They didn't know they were there. But Ritsu, they just really wanted that kill.
I think they're kind of, like, feeling their timing. It's like a classic Undying timing where you really want to force some team fights. They have a saving mechanism for the OT because he has the Force Staff, so he's feeling okay about fighting as well.
All right, Cap, I'm going to hit you with a little bit of trivia. Do you know the answer? Who is Neltharion?
No idea.
All right, that's Deathwing. And I just realized the DK set, it looks like the Lich King when he's in this form, but watch when he goes Dragon form, and then look up Neltharion or Deathwing. It looks exactly like him. I don't know how they got him in this set. I really don't.
Dude, when you said it, I knew it had to do something to do with Warcraft lore. I didn't know who it was, but I knew it was Warcraft related.
Well, they're going to go. They have Tombstone already down. What level is that? Still level 2? Tombstone is 3. It's 4. Okay. So level 4 Tombstone. They have the Curse of Avernus, which helps them do this Roche a little quicker. Still a little slow. You don't want Moon to pop his ulti early. From the backside, you have 33 getting ready. Aui's here. Kittrack's here. They're bringing it down slowly. Ritsu's in here now. The hookshot's going to come in. Zai gets him. Boom!
Jacks it.
And now they're in trouble. Zai is just going to run out. He might not even lose the AS. On the backside, they're going to look for 33. And he's just so quick. They get the dust off. Brow wants to at least put him under to get his team back. They will. And that he stole the Roshan kill and the Aegis. Not only that, he got away. He doesn't even lose the Aegis, and that's another big thing. Oh my goodness.
Guy's so goddamn good, man.
And that just goes in because they have a Bounty Hunter too, right? Bounty Hunter scouted out where the two supports were blocking his hook. Because they were trying to block the hook, right? But because they had vision from Bounty Hunter, Zai got the perfect angle and, I mean, perfect timing.
Animal Planet, they're trying so hard to force it, and even that Roshan play looked kind of awkward, but it was still okay because Metamorphosis was down. Yeah. And they knew OpTic would not really be willing to risk a full team fight without Metamorphosis up. So they force it anyway, and then they don't even get that much, right? Like, they've been trying to force team fights, haven't been winning that. Finally, they just like, well, screw it, we'll just do Roshan, even without a pick off, and they don't even get that much.
And now your OD versus DK is just completely useless. He has the Black King bar flying out on him. That's when OD just feels abs. You're literally right-clicking a DK for 20 damage, and you can't do anything about it. Because if the fight goes well for OpTic, the only one in the front line he can be attacking is the DK, and he's popped BKB, CCNC. They're looking pretty good right now. Ryle trying to farm his way back into the game, 33. Always vision on him, though. Moon initiated on. He'll just tank the cogs, heals up a little bit more. Kittrack's there. He's going to pop the Tombstone down. They're just going to stun Moonmander's. Oh, my goodness. He's just going to go down. They're going to try to bring down Zai's Spirit Vessel. The damage is so much because it ticks so quickly. Zai gets the kill. And now does kill the Aegis off.
He's got an Aegis. You're going after a Clockwork, and it's a Clockwork with an Aegis.
Well.
Why? Oh, no.
Bryle does get a solo kill on 33, though. I mean, not the best consolation, but it's a consolation. When you're doing like real sports stuff, I don't know if you do like fantasy football and stuff. Do you call it the losers bracket or the consolation bracket?
I don't do those things.
Oh. Well, what do you call in Dota? You just call it losers bracket, right?
Yeah, losers bracket.
Dude, that's
consolation.
How it's. Dude, I feel that's a public school thing. Everyone should be a winner. No one should be a loser. No, you're a loser. Get the hell over it. I'm gonna console you that you're a loser, but that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There always needs to be a loser. If not, I mean, who are we?
Damn, I was expecting a different speech out of you from that, Grant. I thought you were gonna go into the common man and using, you know, easy to understand words, but you actually zigged when I was expecting a zag.
Yep, damn right.
You always expect a zigzag from Grant when it comes to casting.
No, this time, there needs to be losers, or else why even play this game right now if there's no loser? Are we gonna call whoever loses us the second winner, Cap? I'm not. Because they're not. Just kidding. Well, Moon has a Solar Crest. He's going Radiance next. He's just now going it. Oh man, he felt so rich, like you said, and then when he started just running around trying to be in fights, it slowed him down so much. Now CCNC is just going to take the creep so they can't hit the tower. Full smoke gank behind Moon Meander.
Dude, he's going to have a Heaven's Halberd soon? What? How do you get this rich as a Clockwork?
Oh, they see 33. They can't do anything. He just scouts out their full smoke gank. Yes, Clockwork's just killing it. I think he might go battery, so I hope he goes to 15 strength. And then he just has like 3,000 HP at 25 minutes.
I
mean, he
think this
might
may
actually.
be though one of the few times that I think strength is the warranted pickup. Oh man, 33.
This guy's
He
just
is
juking
buying
him
so
still.
much space. Like he dies here for sure, but I think it's still pretty well worth it for them.
I think, unless Owie somehow stole track, but he didn't, so. Yeah, they get a lot of a decent amount of damage on bottom. Now Pycat has to get away. Oh, actually a juke right there from Brawl on that is going to get turned up, though. Ritsu's looking for a kill. He doesn't know where to go on. He's going to go for Peter in the back. He actually misses him. Now the image is doing a ton of damage on the backside. Moon Meander, he's ulted up. Not quite yet. He hasn't used it yet, and we do have a full shrine being used on Ritsu. Now Zai, I don't know how he's still alive. So much HP. Peter finally gets right-clicked down by Moon Meander. Zai goes down as well. Ritsu does die to CCNC, and now they're going to try to chase down Moon, who doesn't have his ulti up. CCNC chasing anyone. Will he find Kit Track? He's going to, and now look at that cleave attack. He's going to steal the stun, but I think he has to go melee to do it, and he does toss him back melees. If they bring him down, they do. Oh my goodness, Moon Meander's still here going in. That double damage has paid Omega up, but now, well, Pycat has farm, and he just kills him.
Hey, great fight for Animal Planet. One of the few fights. I think that's the only fight I think we've been watching that they won.
I think, yeah, that one gank middle two on the uphill where they got the tower, but that's about it, yeah.
So that all comes down to the fact that like OD just got space. Like he was able to just kind of right click over and over and over again. He used his Blink and his Hurricane Pike really well. The Shrine was hugely important because the Tiny not only lives, but then he gets imprisoned for a while. It was just a lot of wasted time, right? Where the Dragon Knight's trying to get that kill on the Tiny. The Terrorblade is like completely distracted by Rubik and Abaddon, and he ends up getting neither of those kills when he was kind of going on them. So they just like ended up wasting a lot of time on the side of OG's cores. Not able to kill anybody.
If that hook shot just hit and he didn't miss it, that fight would have been so much different. Like you said, the OD being able to have free space, it's great. One hook shot, all it would have taken.
Everything changes soon, right? Like they're gonna have Scotty on a Terrorblade, so you can't really make that same play as Undying or as Abaddon, like getting in the Terrorblade's face and then expecting to be able to get out.
Gonna be rough.
Same goes with Frost Dragon for Elder Dragon form.
I know. And I love just the people always forget, man. That move speed, from track is so good, and then you have people like all your team pretty much has extra move speed. You're just killing it. Terrorblade has a friggin' the Manta style plus track. He's gonna be almost untouchable in fights. If you don't initiate on top of him, I don't think you can take a fight, right?
It's really awkward for Animal Planet not having a hard initiator. Like they just pretty much have to have Tiny kind of go in for them.
Dodges the hook shot himself this time, and now it looks like Radiant just wants to get the hell out of there, and they do. So that's, I mean, Zai couldn't miss a hook shot before 20, and now 2 in a row. Oh, Ritsu actually finds the real Pycat. They noticed. They're like, what the hell? Let's get the hell out of here. Pycat doesn't care either. They're just running straight to top. No, he's gonna. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
If you find the Dragon Knight or the Terrorblade, there is very little doubt in my mind that OpTic, the rest of OpTic, will be somewhere near them.
Surprisingly, I think he was alone. But then again, you don't. I mean, you actually need all 5 of your players on Animal Planet to kill one of them, even in a team fight. Like Ritsu doesn't do that much damage to a DK, and especially not a Terrorblade. All that high armor. They really need this OD. He's gonna have he has a Shivas if he wishes to buy it. I think if he gets Shivas plus maybe, what do you think he goes next? Does he go straight into the Sheep, or does he go survivability more so?
They probably do need the Scythe, so he can bring Blink Sight on somebody. Because these heroes are just on the side of OpTic. They're a little bit too big, and the BKB is a problem as well. So if he can actually get some form of harder initiation for them, it would make a world of difference.
See. Oh, they're gonna actually fight. Well, here we go. CCNC's here. They get the stun up. Ryle's gonna try to stack it up, and they just ult him instantly. He goes down. They're gonna try to find more. Peter gets stunned by Ritsu, but now Ritsu's getting stunned by Peter, and the stuns are just bouncing. Oh my goodness. Cask might have just saved him from a terrible team fight. But there you go. We see what OD hits him like 6 times. He might not have had the ulti, but they didn't want to risk it. If he gets a BKB off and like Peter heals him somehow, that would be a lost fight. I love it. Oh, and they're right into Roche. And they have that extra damage for OD. Whoop. Nope. Hell. Oh, they're gonna wait. What the hell? Just creep. All right. This is still a very scary fight versus Clockwork.
Yeah, Clockwork.
Oh, they actually find Peter.
Doctor.
He's in biz. He's going to try to stun one more hit, and he gets it. Welcome to Dragonlance. On the backside, Zai kills Kid Track, but I don't really know who that's better for. I would assume just Radiant, because now it's a 4v3, and it's hard to fight with 3. When 2, we're going to see on the backside, he goes in biz. They don't have any of their vision. That might be bad, because Kid Track's not here. He had all their vision. There we go. Pops his Metamorphosis. Cogs are going to zone everyone out, and there we see it. He hooks in. OD taking a ton of damage, but 4 steps over. Moon Meander trying to heal up. He's going to get a shield off. They're trying to bring him down. Zai just running in, and now Brawl doing so much damage, but look who's back. It's CCNC. Puts him under immediately. 33 does go down to Ritsu. Aoi goes down. If they kill Moon, they'll be in a good spot. Can they? Or Brawl even. Oh, Brawl was looking to kill Zai right there, but a nice use of the heavens. And it looks like Moon will go down. No ulti. And now they can just.
It's the right idea. It's the right idea from Animal Planet. I really like the fact that they pushed outside of the Roshan pit to routinely try and force OG into bad engagements. Unfortunately, they went into that high ground. That's where it turns wrong for them. But they can still fight.
This is gonna be Ritsu. Oh no, he finally gets dusted up. He knows immediately though. He's going for Pycat. Guess what? He gets sundered, and now Zai's taking a ton of damage. Ritsu's just gonna die. The ward doing a ton of damage, even though it is uphill. Pycat just running at people. They want to kill his tombstone. They can't quite yet. It's creating a lot of chaos though. Moon Meander bought back for that. There's a lot of buybacks, and surprisingly, Dire's still a little bit scared. OD doesn't have ulti. He almost does in 25. Whoa. Oh, okay. He gets him.
No.
That's a dieback.
Those
too.
sort of pickoffs, they really need a little bit more discipline in their positioning. Those sort of pickoffs are huge. It's the only way that Animal Planet can actually win these fights, because it's not just the numbers, but also the intelligence that is racked up by the OD when he gets a pickoff like that. The next anti-eclipse is here as well. So
middle though, double siege unit wave coming in hot. And they've committed no one to it. They're going for this Roche, whatever. Tier 3 tower, F it. Tier 2 tower top, F it. They really want this Roche. But they're nervous. Oh, hookshot comes in and hits on 2 of them. CCNC doesn't have his Dragon form. He can't quite try to help him out, but Moonman on the backside finally gets his ult. He does pop it. And it looks like Aoi on the top of the hill. Braille zoned down. Those max cogs, man. I know it's late, but they're doing work. CCNC gets Sanity's Eclipse. He dies. Peter should go down. One more attack. There it is. And now they get healed up. Zai Spirit Vesseled, and has the last 5 minutes of the game just been in this section of the map? This is back
really
and forth. And it's going to go down, though, finally. There's no way. He doesn't have hook shot. They know this time. They're like, nah. Like a little puppy dog with a paper towel on his nose. And now they're going to find him as well. They're going to throw him back. Ritsu, well, got to bring him down. Now they lose all their mana, but Kitra gets a kill. And Animal Planet, they're still down 3k, but they were down about 8k. And they have an Aegis and Cheese, because this was number 2.
I feel like OpTic are a little bit tilted after that. Like, even Zai making a kind of uncharacteristic mistake and sticking around like that without hookshot, like without anything to actually be able to contest Roshan. He's sitting on that high ground, and Animal Planet have already revealed that the kind of their game plan for fighting around the Roshan. They showed that they're gonna blink out, they're gonna try and get these kills. That they do have ways to be able to place the vision down to be able to find the kills. So him sticking around, like these sort of pickoffs, like time after time after time around that Roshan pit, just wins Animal Planet so much intelligence on this OD, and he starts hitting harder and harder, and that's their only win condition.
Oh my god.
The OD solo.
Braille, and like you said, the solo pickoffs, they've been almost all Braille, right? Just pickoffs into Ashivas into right clicks. It's not even like they're getting stunned down. And, well, there goes the tower. Are they going to go for this? Metamorphosis is up. He's pushing bottom, though, and he has double C. There's a lot of creeps bottom. This might be a Rax for Rax. If even that, OpTic's going to go and try to buy some time. There comes the ward from PPD trying to bring down Kid Track as well as Braille. Braille's just running away. Bottom lane, though. Aoi's trying to defend. Sunder comes out. He's full again. Are they to find anyone? Braille barely makes it back. Kid Track does go down. Braille might be able to save this Rax. That Shuriken was on the way. And now buyback from Kid Track. They know if they get a kill here, Ritsu eats the cheese, maybe baits him out, and here comes Braille. No Sunder up. And that's a kill. But CCNC does get Moon in middle lane. Oh my god. I swear to the heavenly host himself. I mean, this one, okay, at least the you know, let's see if Peter disconnect. It has to be like his internet or something, I assume, but still.
Yeah.
Now it gives us time cap. This is why we're here. Let's analyze. Bottom lane, tower goes down tier 3. Middle lane, they went melee racks. They did not bring it. That is 100% healable. Light blue's pinging it even. Pycat's like, that's good, that's saved. What team we see 5K ahead for OpTic. Would you consider them ahead, though?
No, absolutely not. I think Animal Planet walked away the better of that engagement. First of all, the core trade-off, I would definitely take Moon Meander to be able to get a kill on the Terrorblade. On top of that, they use both their Dragonite ultimate as well as the Metamorphosis. So those two are going to be down in the next engagement. Well, CCNCs might be up, but the Metamorphosis probably will not be. If I'm Animal Planet, I'm looking to be able to push out these side lanes. And as soon as Moon Meander's back up, see if we can force another engagement somewhere on the OpTic side of the base. And they just keep doing that, right? As long as they keep the map control and they keep forcing engagements onto OpTic side of the map, if they're always having to pop their Dragonite ult form as well as their Metamorphosis, it means they're not able to, even if they win the fight, they're not able to readily transition that into objectives. Yeah. So Animal Planet, really important that they get control of the map right now and they're ready to push out. OpTic Gaming, meanwhile, have to do like kind of a similar thing, that they kind of gotta scramble to be able to push out these waves.
And I was like, it looks like you don't want to see it on Terrorblade if you're the Terrorblade, but he is going BKB. They realize, they're like, wait, Ritsu doesn't really have any farm. All their damage right now is OD's Arcane Orb, right?
Yeah.
Is there a chance, if you get, that's why does CCNC has the blink. If you just blink stun him, they don't have save, do they, besides Soul Rip? Like, no, they do have the Abaddon, I guess. But that means perfect position. If you just jump on that OD and somehow burst him down, it is obviously tougher than Abaddon, but it feels like you could just win the fight. Still, tougher set. That's why they're playing and we're talking.
Yeah, I like the fact that Ritsu has forgone like more damage on Tiny and really accepted his role as a frontline initiator, going back for the blink dagger.
Did Clockwork end up going? He went the battery assault damage. Shucks.
Yeah.
Now look, they're going for the Shrine, tracks up. He can obviously shield it off. Do you like the Radiance this lane? I know Radiant, I mean, the miss is good. I guess a little bit of burn damage. But what about something like a Lotus Orb? You don't like something like that?
I think the Abaddon needs to be more of a threat on the front lines. And with, like, that's where the Solar Crest comes in. Because I feel like your right clicks don't really do anything unless you can throw some minus armor on somebody. And then later on, you get this Radiance and you become...
Oh, and Ritsu's gonna go and he's gonna toss him back.
Oh, nice.
He's gonna have to Heavens him. He does Heavens him, which is nice, but then he gets shield. That doesn't take it off. They bring him down. On the backside, Peter, though, he throws an ulti. He just gets banished. Now Bryle has ulti, has a sheep up in 10. Kitrak does die, but he already got the tombstone down. Peter dies, and now I don't know what's going on. Oh, they do get on top of him, and another Heavens Halberd pop by CCNC. Ritsu, everyone's tracked up, but, I mean, it's a 2-for-1 trade, and look who they found. They found PyCap because of Owie. Oh my goodness, but look at all these misses. Uphill now, they're trying to. He now breaks it apart. They're going to try to throw their reflection, which does a lot. They're doing a lot of chasing and not a lot of killing right now. Middle lane. Tower, the Rax is pinged out. They want to kill this before those two supports respawn. And nope, he just goes in with Shivas. Ritsu, he's going to sit in the back. They're just going to let Bryle chip it down. There we go. Melee Rax goes down, not before the 30-second mark, so they do have to wait another wave. That's not value, but they get their ranged as well. Now they're going top. They still have
Just
track.
keep going.
33 has to be careful. Oh, tracking, baby! Nighttime. He misses the dust as well.
The timing's all wrong for OpTic, because they blew Dragon Form, but they held on to Metamorphosis.
Oh, Zai in the back line. Oops, shield up. It's going to do a lot of damage. Oh, no. And that's going to be a lot of intelligence. CCNC does hit him with it, but he gets his ult off anyways. It damages CCNC so much, going to shield him as well. He gets it off, and now he's just going to get right-click down. Bryle should be able to... Oh, nice 4-step by 33, but a blink forward. Nope, BKB, so he can't do too much damage. They know that. On the backside, here he is. It's PyCat. Ritsu's trying to just kite him around. Owie's just taking a ton of damage. Over here, though, nice cast coming from Peter. Looks like they might be able to actually bring down Bryle. Oh, my goodness, he's taking so much damage to the cast. They're going to 4-step him away. Moon does have shields for him. They're going to continue to chase him. Moon is just going to sacrifice his life for Bryle here. But will it be enough? Oh. 33 gets up tracks. They get move speed. Can they somehow bring down Kitrak again? That would be that's a fine kill.
I think they're trying to bait Kitrak. With Bryle sitting here invis with the Astral Imprisonment ready to turn, I think they really wanted some sort of attempt from OG to go for it.
What do you... It feels... I mean, we saw it. It's so hard to bring the Terrorblade down if they don't have the True Strike accuracy, because OD never wants to build a Monkey King bar. He's going to right now, but even if... Because, right, doesn't Hex suck still, like, kind of against Butterfly?
Yeah, you're not feeling real great about all these misses that are happening.
Yeah.
There's so many heroes that like just don't want to build MKB, but end up having to sometimes. Like Phantom Lancer is another great example. Even though they can, they just don't want to. It doesn't fit into their item build-up very well. But fortunately, Animal Planet is far enough ahead that he can go ahead and get it after this scythe device that he picked up.
Now, Cap.
Real quickly, Grant.
Go on.
Can you click on the Alchemist portrait inside of OpTic Gaming's base?
What?
That is next to the tower on the right. Yeah. I feel like I noticed that. I feel like Zai has maybe some leftover PTSD from OG.
Yep, 2016. Doesn't let you look at it closely. That's lame.
Oh, you can't showcase view it?
What the hell's that?
GG.
Oh, is that the little thing you click? Yeah, it just makes weird sounds. I'm just gonna spam click it. Alright, it doesn't work. Damn. Alchemist. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I hate that hero too.
Same.
Well, Bryle, almost level 25. What do you... you obviously, you take the right side, right? The Arcane Orb Steal, or no? Do you take the Spell Lifesteal? You take the 60 second, right? I was about to say, that one seems like it's pretty favored to one side. Like most are, I guess.
Yeah, it's such a huge build-up. Like, you get all these pickoffs that have been happening.
And here we go, Kid Track doesn't have a buyback. I mean, that's free 60 seconds without the Undying.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
They might actually just push.
Yeah, they absolutely should. I think they won't have a better opportunity. Right? It's not like they're going to get a better pickoff than the Undying.
Oh, Owie might be in trouble, too. He's going to TP immediately. He saw Cask was used and barely gets out. Well, there's a Radiance. So, I just like it, the fact that it's an AoE miss chance. That's always great. And a little bit of damage definitely helps, don't get me wrong.
Because again, it's like neither one of the OpTic Gaming heroes want to build MKB either.
Nope. He's getting there. Oh, they're actually going to find one now. They find their own. They're going to try to bring him down at CC&C. Can they? Does he have enough damage? He's going to try to stun him. Ritsu doesn't have damage. They're all running over. This might have been the kill. They didn't want to take hook shots here. He's going to cogs him in because the 4-step's already used. No, lift up. Owie might have just saved him the game. He's going to keep tossing him away. And are they all? Oh my goodness. That was some teamwork there.
Damn, Ritsu really committing for the support Tiny in a way. Like the level 20 toss requires no target over the tree grab.
That just saved him too. It looks like Bryle possibly, and oh my! But now no ulti on OD, and they have. They don't have Dragon Form up, but they have to know the cooldown. OD's cooldown is a little bit longer. They'll have Metamorphosis as well as DK before OD ult. Do you think there's still a timing window, or they want to go for pickoffs again?
I think they missed their timing window for OpTic Gaming.
And it was because all the lanes were pushed out, right? Owie did a good job of keeping bottom pushed out, so they couldn't just run at him with DK form and all that.
I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know, it's like 60 seconds till your Dragon Form's back up, but like there will be a 30-second window where Sanity's Eclipse is still down, so maybe they can do it then.
And now here we go, the late Roche. We're looking 12. It's actually 2. I've already told you that. It says 9 seconds, but it's actually 11. There's that 2-second window after it says 0. Watch. It should respawn now. 2 extra seconds. I don't know why.
It's a mystery. It's like the Night Stalker thing, right? Where every single time you use darkness, like progressively delays nighttime.
Oh yeah.
By just like a couple of seconds each time.
Bounty Hunter has a gem owned by Peter. They want to try to take this fight. Zai, level 19. Not like his level 20 does too much more, but just nice having levels. We see Moon. Cooldown reduction. Didn't even go the damage with the Radiant. They're just all about Bryle right now. All their heroes are built around Bryle, please carry us. And versus these, DK's BKB is what? 5 seconds now. That is just great for the Radiant side. Dire, are you still in the boat that Radiant's winning this game even though they're down 8k?
Yes. I'm not sure if that changes though, because the Tiny isn't building into a carry. It's possible that the Dragonite starts scaling well enough later into the game that they have 2 kind of harder cores.
And here we go, they're going on Moon. And I forgot, Reflection does give him Radiance. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, you see he turned it off.
Yep. He got it though last time. He has to turn it off a little quicker, it seems. What if he does? It's gonna be so tough. I mean, you never know what he can do. Here we go. Hookshot's gonna hit on the two of them. They find Kitrak. He gets his tombstone down to ulti up as well. They're gonna find him on the backside. Bryle is getting owned. He does get four-stepped uphill, but look at this damage. There's so many Scotties hitting him. Only Kitrak's died somehow. The tombstone, there's two of them. They're going down. Hookshot hits again, but Ritsu's here this time. They're gonna try to bring him down. Can they kill him? He does go down Zyda's. Moonmander gonna get healed up a little. The cask doesn't bounce. Now Ritsu just trying to run from CC&C, who does have an Orchids. We do see, I hear another hookshot. Aoi goes down somehow. And now, oh, it's Aoi probably hookshotting away. He still dies, and now BKB popped by Ritsu. This is a very dangerous fight, and yep, Ritsu's just dead. And now, they have Bryle's ulti still. He wants to steal more intellect for sure, but he's taking so much damage. He doesn't even have his Hurricane Pike, just got it up. Ritsu will toss him back. You see those frosty-ass attacks flying in. Looking like a DQ in here.
Fortunately, backdoor protection's still up, so they just have to go for Roche. But I would not be surprised if Animal Planet can test. Like, I mean, it's definitely like the potential game-ending move. You lose this fight, you probably lose the game. But I do think they should.
Yeah. Well, they know, because they know OD's ult up, and like you said, the DK Metamorphosis timing is down. Here comes Animal Planet. This is a refresher shard. You get a double. This is one of the. You get a double OD ult off. I don't think anyone can survive, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. He gets just like a couple of shots in.
Oh, Ritsu looking for a pick off. Ritsu's nuts. They're still. I mean, just the fact they don't have the Tiny to do damage against Roshan, and they only have Arcane Orb, it just feels so bad.
Yeah, it sure does. Damn, and Pycash just pushing out bottom lane, so he's going to force him out of Roshan here. But maybe this is a cool play. Animal Planet are going to smoke up. I don't think they're going for Roshan. I think they're just going to push forward and try and catch while Pycat's away.
Here we go. They're going to look. They're going to find Zai. He gets hexed up. He has a BKB. They instantly blow him up. CCMC gets his BKB up. Will they have enough damage? They're trying to right-click him. That heal from Peter, though. Peter might just get handled right here. 33 goes down. Peter wants to throw out a stun. Instead, he's going to four-step up. They want to live. Bad blink by Bryle. But bottom lane, Images trying to tinkle him down, but can't quite do it. Man, CCNC is just, all they need is what, like 4 or 6 more in on OD and CCNC's dead. But still, BKB's down. They know OD ult's down, but they're still gonna go for it. They need to get this. Moonmander's Radiance comes into play with that Solar Crest, and because they're the only one with a set of racks middle, makes it a lot harder to defend. They still haven't killed that Shrine. That annoys me. I think that's my most annoying thing. It feels like, I don't know, Shrine just, why not kill that Shrine? They've had downtime. It's all good though, unless you want to answer it.
I think sometimes it's hard to get into the Shrine areas, right? The Shrine areas are always kind of tough areas to fight.
What about right now?
Into. I mean, you can go for it right now, but why wouldn't you just go for top lane?
What? Don't top it all, Cap.
I mean, you can take, I think you can probably take a lane of Rax.
You think? Everyone's down.
Oh no, Metamorphosis is back up.
And they don't
I thought Dragon Form and Metamorphosis were down.
Well, Aui's in a little bit of trouble. Is he gonna die? Doesn't get his blink off, and he's just gonna go down here. Ulti will get popped. Pycat's gonna right-click him. He's gonna lift him up, and that's it. Kitrak's here now, though, and they're gonna get it. Oh my goodness, is that a... Hell, I swear I saw Silver Edge. I don't think so, but they're gonna try to bring down. Pycat gets his Sunder off. Will they have enough damage? Doesn't look like a BKB, baby. They're gonna chase down one on the backside, though. What was that hit? Up. I swear I saw like a Silver Edge hit, but there wasn't. That was weird.
Not sure, but these the intelligence, man.
Yeah, it is.
Building
60
up.
seconds, yeah.
It's so dangerous in this late game situation. You'd think like a pickoff, it's not that big of a deal, but it's similar to Slark where that pickoff turns into tremendous team fight power with the stealing of attributes. So.
Ritsu skips the wave that's fighting currently to kill the other wave. I like that, so they can't go in there. Well, middle lane, they're going in. He doesn't have his ulti yet on OD because he doesn't want to use the refresher orb. Does he have the AS? I don't believe so. He doesn't, and now Bryle's in a lot of trouble. He might just go down here. Is he actually going to die? He does have a buyback, and now Moonmeander as well. He goes down, and what a strange fight they take. Zai's even going to trap in Kitrak, and he's dead. Oh my. It's a Bloodthorn on DK too. I know he had the Orchids, but... full Bloodthorn, and now we have full buybacks. If they all buy back here, it's gonna be like a 25k gold lead for them. There's 2, there's 3. Rubik obviously doesn't need to, but they don't have a glyph. Ritsu's
Oh,
gonna
no, failed
toss
toss.
a creep, and now Bryle's trying to man up. He gets hit quite a bit. Kitrek's going in. Now they want to bring down this tombstone. Can't even heal it up in time. These illusions putting in work. Do they try chasing? Do they have to after the buybacks? I feel they do. And they might. CCNC's hiding in the tree. They have a track up, actually. Oh, and there we go. Refresher comes up. They have another Metamorphosis. If they're ready, Ritsu might just go down here. They can't really force him back. Moonmander has an ulti. Ritsu's just dead. And oh, he has Aegis, though. What does he have? Does he have a blink or anything? BKB popped by Pycat because that refresh orb. Ritsu does blink out, but I mean, you have a full another Metamorphosis they can play around with right now. OD has 2 ults, but low intellect right now. Oh my, 25k gold lead, but still, it's scary. Like you said, this OD, no BKBs, double ult could just kill you all.
The shot calling is really making the difference here for OpTic. That, like, the blunder by Animal Planet mid, and then the really smart play by OpTic making that turn. Like, both of those were kind of game-losing / game-winning plays from either side.
Well,
and now we're sitting in a situation where Animal Planet make one more mistake and they're out of this game.
100%. Look at the buybacks on Dire's side, and seems to be most of them have it. So it's not like one mistake from OpTic, they lose as well. They have a little bit of room to play around with.
Somebody get that gem.
Nah, that's good.
It's hidden by the trees by the angle.
It really is. Well, Bryle is going to have his MKB now, too. I don't know. I mean, obviously that's going to be great damage, but still, he's having a lot of problems where he BKBs, and then he just can't do anything. Because I think
what they really need is they need more disable out from their team.
But who? I mean, Kitrek can't farm. Ritsu, no one can farm but him, right? That's the problem.
Yeah, Ritsu was actually once upon a time contemplating Scythe of Ice, but now I think this late into the game he's realizing that he does have to turn into a harder core, a bigger carry for them, and so he's going back for the damage build with the AC. The AC will really help out everybody on the team, obviously, with all this physical damage coming out from OpTic, but they need a toss play so badly.
Well, I like how Kitrek walked over like he was going to plant a ward and then didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a gem, so it's not like they got to waste anything, but... Oh, well, got
it. No! The ward after the sentry. That's the real mind games, Grant.
Damn. Decays the illusion. Man, it just feels... Also, Bryle, I mean, with 2 Heavens Halberds, it feels like he keeps BKBing right after he gets Heavens. And he only has a 5-second BKB, so... Well, he has 7, but... I don't know, that just feels a little rough. DK middle lane. Ritsu is... Well, he's dead. What the hell is he doing? And now a hookshot flies forward. They're going to find Moonman. They're going to try to hex him up. Can they at least bring down Zai? They do. They use one ulti. He's going to pop it. He has another BKB plus that MKB. Will they be able to turn around and fight with that double ulti? They're going to look for it. They're going to try to bring down the Clockwork, taking a ton of damage. Who just bought back. Hookshot's going to stun him up. He has another ulti. He's going to have to pop it. He does, but Zai still is alive. And now he puts himself under. That's a dieback by Zai, but they're fine with that. Moonmander, no buyback. Ritsu, no buyback. Somehow, if Bryle lives, they have a chance to defend, but Bryle is going to get chased down. Look at that. Uphill. Oh, the first hit was a miss. Doesn't matter. Did he take 300 attack range? He did. Okay. Does get away again, though. We're just going to follow. That 300 attack range might actually just win him the game here.
Yeah, it has been winning them so many fights because of the track. The tracks really make the difference. Oh, okay, he's got a blink, so...
Oh, he went in the trees. Smart play. I think can they still just end it? Ritsu has buyback now, so maybe not, but... I mean, it's not like Ritsu does much.
They forced the buyback. Unfortunately, they don't have the refresher back up for Pycat.
Damn, this Siege unit just put in work bottom, though. Before they even got there, killed the Rax. And now, there goes that Rax. You have 1 Rax middle, 2 bottom, or 2 top, pardon me. They have a glyph. And man, they are scared. They know Bryle's still alive. 27k lead now.
I don't think they should force this more.
You don't think even? Just with no meta, just don't?
Yeah, just don't. No Dragonite form either.
Well, at least Aoi does have a Lotus Orb now. Let's see if oh, well, they're going to go in. And there's the toss back. Ritsu had to use his buyback. Bryle just trying to run. He's taking so much damage. There we go. Nice use of the Lotus Orb. Should be enough to save him. They do lose the Rax. Looks like they will lose middle Rax as well. I wouldn't say they're. I mean, they're kind of forcing it. They're doing it nice and coyly though. And now a steal from Aoi. What does he get? Gets Dragon Form. Look at that little guy.
It's gonna be Megas.
Sure looks like Ritsu is gonna toss back an illusion, and now they're the Megas, and they just back out. Why not? 33,000 gold lead. Okay, Cal, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Does Animal Planet still have the lead or not? No, but man, just OpTic. These team fights they're taking, it seems like they always have better positioning. And the fact that Ritsu has 0 farm actually probably might have lost them the game, but
Yeah, this whole toss play, we haven't seen a single toss pickoff, right? Like ever since he got the toss requires no target, he's only had to use it for saving. Every single time he's tried to get the initiation, it ends up failing, which is unfortunate.
so well, they're just gonna put. This is it. Are they just going? We win here, we lose here. But they have buyback. Oh man, this is nervous.
They don't really have a whole lot of creep clear. Right, it's kind of like Tiny, and he's not super farmed. And they have the level 25 on Abaddon, so.
Oh, and here we go. They're going forward. Ritsu's gonna miss. They're going for the throne here. Ritsu's gonna pop an early BKB with that Maledict on him. Tombstone will die. Tracks come out. Aoi picks him up though, and now Hookshot's gonna whiff. Oh, there we go. Blink forward by CCC. Oh, he 4-steps the wrong way. Moon Meander does have an ulti though. He is in a lot of trouble, but he is gonna get healed up, puts himself under actually, and now Bryle is getting worked. That is actually, he's still alive. Now he finally goes down, no buyback. Good game called it. I mean, Ritsu instant disconnect. That's one of those games. I think you're right. It just feels like the shot calling from Peter was a little bit better than maybe the rookie on Kid Track. Like, I would be in agreement with you that Animal Plant during that long, 5-minute Roche fight, they looked so good. They were getting it. They got the Roche, but besides that, it just felt like a few missed calls definitely cost them.
Yeah, that was
a game.
That was rough. It was rough to watch for Animal Planet. Because I really think they should have been able to, like, if they lost this game, it should have at least been closer than it was.
Yeah.
But just unfortunate. Like I don't want to put too much blame on Ritsu. I did praise him for his selfless choice and him trying to be sort of this utility / initiator, because they really did need that. They needed that badly for their team fight, because their composition is not meant to be able to go into that late game situation, because they just simply do not have an initiator, right? They just have an Abaddon and no 4 position to be able to jump for you. So I like the fact that Ritsu took that step. It was just very unfortunate the fact that he just never landed one of those offensive tosses, because those offensive tosses turn into an OD getting a Scythe of Ice on that person. Like, say it's a DK, you know, you Scythe of Ice him before he comes down, you bang on him a bunch, you drop the ultimate, boom, you've got like plus 20 intelligence maybe, you've already picked off 1 hero, and then you're just able to go and be stronger from that point in time. But we never saw that happen, and as a result, Animal Planet just suffered in every single one of those late game engagements.
No, I agree. Yeah, oh man, that's just. It felt like they had their one moment after they took that Roche. They took middle. They tried to keep pushing, and then like you said, it felt like Ritsu almost aggressively blinked. I mean, maybe he thought what you thought. If they get that aggressive like toss back, they win a fight. But then a lot of the time, right, he would blink in, and then the Terrorblade would just kill him with Scotty.
Yeah,
that's rubbing, man.
Pycat's like 300 range choice was also
so
really
good.
important, because the track, they get the track on Bryle, and he can never sit far enough back.
Yep.
He's pretty much always threatened by Pycat, and between the combination of the slow of the Scotty as well as the increased movement speed of the track, you're always able to keep up with him as well. So
840 gold per minute. That's nice with track, especially a game this long. That's crazy from Pycat. Yeah, Pycat had I wouldn't say quiet. I mean, he was almost in every team fight, both this series. I think OpTic just felt like they played extremely well. They had a few hiccups here and there, but you win 2-0. They 2-0'd VGJ pretty damn convincingly, and then now they 2-0'd, I would say Animal Planet convincingly game 1 a little bit here. Just overall, they've been playing good, and they're in the grand finals now. They get to sit back, watch tonight if they want, watch tomorrow morning, and then, you know, they just have to win 1 best of 5, and OpTic might be going to a minor.
I've said this once. It was like a couple months ago, and I'll say it again. Like, I am still being surprised by Pycat and how good he is on OpTic Gaming. Like when this roster was first announced, they I think they were supposed to have Resolution on their team instead of Pycat, right? And then they lose Resolution to OG. Pycat comes in instead, and all of us that are kind of talking about behind the scenes are going like, "Ooh, I don't know. This feels like a lineup that could just kind of like fall apart and blow up pretty quickly." But Pycat, I think, has just been a rock for them as a carry. He has been so good in almost all of their games. I'm just extremely impressed by him. He's got to be like top 5 carries right now with the way he's playing.
Damn.
I don't know, maybe not
crazy.
top 5, but top 10 for sure, easily, right?
Oh no. I think that's the whole thing. OpTic, people just thought it would fizzle out and die. You know, you have Misery, Peter, Pycat. Like, that team is just going to implode. But, like, when I was chilling at Summit, like, yeah, you may look on Twitter, oh, Peter's doing all this, but he's a very calm person. Like, him and Pycat are both so calm, and you can tell, like, even in games, like, where they play wrong, you can just tell, like, it's not like they're just going to disband after a game now, right? Like, you can tell they're actually a team, they're sticking around, it's nice. I think the calmness of all of them is super good. And then on the other side, though, Animal Planet, I'm still not, I don't know Brawl that much. I know, you know, Ritsu and Aoi, I think they both calmed down, but, I mean, they still have tomorrow, right? And they get to watch tonight as well. And so up next is Complexity going up against VGJ Cap. You're getting replaced by, you know, someone who's actually going to Genting. Oh, wait, you both aren't. I'm not. But, I mean, who do you favoring in the VGJ Cole? Is it just Cole for you?
I'm favoring Cole pretty heavily.
And, I mean, how does VGJ win this? I'm going to let's each throw out one thing that VGJ has to do to win this series. I'm going to say not pick Brood for Monkeys and Batrider for BSJ. What's yours?
Shit. Get 747 a carry that beats it, all of Complexity. Like one of those like last pick, like, oh gotcha sort of heroes, you know.
Well, what would that be for like a middle lane or like 747?
Maybe it's, you know, sometimes it ends up being like a you know, one of those. Well, watching NA right now, it's like sometimes it's a Tinker game. Whenever you see the Tinker show up, you're like, oh damn. Storm definitely.
All right. Now we haven't, Storm, man, we haven't seen that hero now that Kaya isn't overpowered on him. Yeah, he's fell off a little bit.
It was a good combination, right? We got an NA in meta hero and then a 747 hero.
All right. No, yeah. All great. So that will be next. VGJ versus Complexity. I'm just stuttering now. Any shout outs before we throw it to a quick break? Nothing.
I'm good.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to you, Cap. Thanks for coming on, you know, casting with me. And you know, you've been killing the pubs. When do you leave? I don't even know when that tournament is. Is that next week?
I think I leave in like 3 days.
3 days?
So.
All right. Well, that's good. You know, fly safely, because I believe you actually fly through the Bermuda Triangle, so whoa. No, actually, I think you fly the other way. But, yep, thank you for joining, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for VGJ versus Complexity Gaming.